So it's my favourite type of video, it's unboxing. Got a product through, no idea what it is. It's quite heavy, definitely from the UK. Continue watching the video, let's find out who it's from. Hi and welcome to another video from me, Christopher at DBG. So I got a box through, it was signed for. I was at work at the time, so it got signed for from my family who were at home that day. So it'd be interesting to know what it is. I don't really know. But today I did pick up another thing. I know James will do a video on it. Conquest 19, I managed on a Thursday to get the Terminators. Now I did want quite a few of them because I wanted to turn the, whatever his name is, the character in there, which I really don't like the face, or not that keen on the model. I wanted to buy 3 sets because I wanted to have 3 of them as Death Shroud Terminators, and then the rest of the Terminators is like one massive Uber squad. But that's not to be, but I do have 1 set, so I'm happy with that. I still might turn it into a 4-man squad. Let's see how it goes. But let's unbox this, let's see what it's all about. Now this could be something to add to the giveaway. Like I said, I don't know what it is, so I'm hiding it this way because it's got all my address and stuff like that, and maybe you can understand about privacy. Now, we got a box, or another package. Quite heavy, got some weight to it. That is something I actually ordered on eBay. Sorry, I do know exactly what it is. So I really wanted to get a new reading material for my train trip sim. Sorry to disappoint you guys, it's not something I'm going to give away, this is something for me. So I got the Dark Imperium book, which has Gilliman and the Primus Marines and stuff like that in there. I really wanted to have a good read of it. Done from a guy called Guy Halley. Let me know what you think. Don't put any spoilers in the comments for me, because this, you know, it's got a retail sale of 18 quid and I got it for 6. Good condition, nice eBayer. Definitely recommend. So you got the next one, which is like the plague curse or something. I know there's a bit of a, you know, there's continuation on the book, so I'm hoping this is the first one of them, but I haven't just made a brutal mistake and by number 2. So please let me know before I start getting really into the book, because I take a train to work every day. It takes about an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm over on YouTube making sure I'm replying to all your comments and that sort of stuff. That tends to be what I do on that time, or I'm reading, or I never leave home without a codex, so that's another thing as well. So I wasn't expecting a hardback actually. I thought I bought a softback, so for 6 quid I'm well happy. Shows you what you can do on eBay. You know, let us know what you've sort of bought and purchased in the last couple of days and stuff. That would be really nice to know if you're into reading at all, you know. And I really like that colour. Gilman sitting there with the Emperor's sword, you know, or is it the Emperor's sword? I'll never know. What's he actually truly think about the Emperor? You know, Gilman coming back to a whole world of crap that was not there when he left. He's been a long time lost, so I'm really interested in this. I love the picture, I absolutely love it. It's got some really cool artistry on there. Anyone in the back as well, you know. Things on there. So, fell times have come to the galaxy. Cadia has fallen. There's a spoiler. Destroyed by the onslaught of chaos. The great rift in the warp has opened from the depths through demons and the horrors of old night. That's quite nice. That it's already telling me wanted to read it. But all hope is not lost. A hero long absent has returned. and with him comes the wrath of the Ultramarines reborn. Robute Gilliman, or Robert Gilliman, then how you want to pronounce it, as arrays to lead the Imperium out of darkness on the crusade the likes of which have not been seen since the fabled days of the Emperor. But never before the forces of the ruin amassed in such numbers, and nowhere is safe from spoliation. I can't actually read that well, so I'll let you know on what I actually mean from that. From the dreaded scales of skies, from the hordes of the Plague Father, Lord Nurgle. So you know what it is if you've got the box sets, and you've got slightly ironic that I pulled that by the Crusade conquest out of this, because I wasn't expecting it at all. So that was a really good prediction by me. Actually, didn't know what I was going to say. And their puglant eyes is fixed on Macragge. As the infamous crusade draws to the end, Gilliman races to Ultramar, and confrontation of the Death Guard. So it's all about that, basically. So why, I know a lot of you are going to know why am I mumbling on the words and stuff like that. So I am extremely dyslexic. So I got assessed quite a few number of years. I was actually used as a guinea pig by the Dyslexic Association because my dyslexia was so severe. So when I did it, they assessed me in the 5th top percentile in the UK. Obviously this was many years ago, so it's drastically changed now because of the advances in spotting dyslexia and stuff. But if I have to sum it up, so when you read, you see all the words there. I don't. So when I read, so I see the words there. So if you notice when my eyes are looking, so I see them here and here. Same way when I look at a computer screen, and my words move. So they circle round when I read, and they merge all into one. So it's incredibly hard for me to read, generally. But what I did was, when I did a archery course, I got set on a residential, there was no TV, nothing, for a week. So I took a book, and that was Horus Rising. First book I ever read properly, when I'm in mid-20s. I mean, I've read books, but not as a novel and not for pleasure. You know, it was like study books and stuff like that, and uni books and all that sort of stuff. So I set myself a challenge to try and read a book in 6 months. And I did. That was Horus Rising. And then I wanted to read consecutively a lot in the series, which I have been doing. But I wanted to read something new. So that's why I got this book. So that's why I kind of struggle with some of the words. I know it's quite hard for me to explain that. But imagine not only your words moving, but imagine that you're reading and you're reading underwater, and the water's flowing all the time. So it's like reading under a waterfall in a sense, because the words merge and they blur. If you've got glasses and it's raining, you know exactly what I mean from when it's outside. That type of image is how I see words, and they move and they circle and they don't stay on the same line. So I used to have like a little one, really ill upstairs. So I used to have pink underlay with a blue filter and then a black and then a brown ruler to try and merge it all together. But I realise in the real world, when you actually work, you're going to get white and black writing. So it's basically, I had to retrain my whole brain to study, and I really struggled to force myself to be able to cope with things like that. So on my personal keyboard, which I'll show you, I still have up what I was previously, my unboxing that I previously done, which was from Firelock Games, which was Naval Battle. If you've missed that unboxing, then take a look. So as you can see, I have a lighted keyboard. So a lot of people just go, oh, that's for fancy and stuff like that. But actually what it does is it merges the letters to stay more still than what they normally do. So I still see the keyboard moving as well. So to improved my knowledge on how to type and how to actually do most jobs in the 21st century, really, because it's all on computer. I memorised where every letter is because I don't see them on a keyboard. So I needed to, basically almost like a form of digit memory, touch type. But when people touch type, they tend to know where the letters are because of sight. I know where the letters are because of memory. There's a big difference. So yeah, it's just odd. If you ever have any weird random disabilities like dyslexia and stuff like that, or is that, and you ever want any advice or anything, that's what I used to do, and I used to teach and assess. I'll be able to help out. My little one needs some help and crying, so because they're having a rough night, they're all ill this week. So I'm going to cut this video short there, but best thing, no spoilers in the comments, please. Don't. Especially for all us. Tell us what books you're reading, things that I'll be really interested in know. So, sorry it wasn't an unboxing for a giveaway, but it was unboxing for something for me, which I did order, but it was not something I expected to come in a box that size, because I expected it as a softback, like a Horace Heresy book. So wherever you are in the world, make it a good one, and happy hobbying.